What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and welcome back to the Pokemon Omega Ruby walkthrough. And what is this? I'm starting in the middle of a battle. What's going on? Well, no, this is actually on purpose because I'm here to capture my final team member. Yeah, that's right. Final team member in this walkthrough is going to be a Shuppet. Honestly, at first, I thought you couldn't find this thing until Mount Pyre, but I mentioned in the last episode how you can get it right here on Route 121, so it kind of came up a little earlier than I thought, but there we go. We have our sixth and final team member. Yeah, never used a Shuppet before or a Banette. And remember, Mega Banette is a thing. So that's going to be pretty dope. We have two Mons on the team that can Mega Evolve. And yeah, we don't have a Ghost type on the team either. So pretty pumped to put this thing on the squad. And I'm going to call it Muppet because anytime I hear Shuppet, I think of the Muppet. So yeah. Also, Muppet only has one T, right? Well, that's what I'm rocking with, so I don't know. Hopefully there's not two. And it goes straight to the PC, which kind of sucks. I forgot we had the Lanoon on the squad. I should have deposited it. But that's not too big of a deal, because today we are finishing up Route 121, and then we will make our way through Route 123, which is south of here. And we're actually going to stop by the Lilycove City Pokemon Center, though, because we can, well, first off, get the Shuppet out of the PC and actually add it to the team. And yeah, it will just kind of be a nice little checkpoint. We only have 3 more trainers till we get there, including this battle right here with a Spinda and Slacking. Yo, chill on the Slacking, man. The thing's kind of strong. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. Right now, I'm still recording this just a day after I recorded the last set of videos, so, you know, we're really trying to get ahead here, man. What can I say? And let's go ahead and gang up on that Spinda first. But yeah, as I said, really excited to use a Shuppet. We will get it on the squad right as we get to Lilycove City, so do not worry about that. Now, I will be turning the EXP share back on because it's only level 29. As soon as it gets, like, you know, up into the mid to late 30s, really, probably once it evolves or something, I can probably turn off the EXP share, let it start fending for itself. But, I mean, yeah, it just kind of sucks, you know, blaming on the Pokemon Company for changing the EXP share. Used to, that wouldn't be, you know, that wouldn't be an issue, because I would just be able to attach it, you know, specifically to Shuppet, and no other team members would be getting experience. But nope, that is all changed now. And we did get put to sleep. I think Geico's Leaf Blade is going to finish the job right here, though, thankfully. Yep, there we go. That thing is tanky, let me tell you. And good XP, though, from it. I mean, it's a split experience, and I think that was like 1,100. No, that was like 1,800 right there. Golly. Alright, so yeah, remember, we already went inside the Safari Zone building. We didn't actually go inside the Safari Zone. As I've been saying, I think I'll save that for maybe like a post-game episode of this walkthrough, or something along those lines. And, okay, there was nothing down there. But yeah, there's just some items in there. Nothing mandatory. Probably some new Pokemon you can get. I'll cover it another time. And thinking back to my Pokemon Ruby walkthrough, I don't even think I went into the Safari Zone in that series. So, hey, hopefully I remember to do it here. Right there's a Max Repel, though. We love seeing those. We'll be using them a bit more, actually, right about now, because we still have more of this tall grass. I think this is like the last route that kind of has this giant grass, which is nice because, you know, it's annoying when all the trainers are hiding in it. But here's a nice little gentleman. Good to fight these guys because they always hand out a bunch of money, even though you probably don't need a lot in this game anyways. He's got a Manectric, though. And then there's only one more trainer to go. And then, yeah, we're going to go south of Mount Pyre. Mount Pyre will be next episode. We'll cover all of it. But Route 123 has a couple of notable things on it that, you know, I feel like a lot of people may look over. And remember, we did check out a part of Route 133 already back when we first crossed over from Mauville City. We were able to see, like, the very end of it. But yeah, down goes the Manectric. Just finished it off with a Dual Chop. Kind of forget that I have that move. It just sort of sits in the bottom corner. I gotta, like, change my moves around a bit. Over here, though, you know, a bunch of random, like, fences. It's not really a maze or anything. You can find a Carbos right there. I know some of y'all love those stat-boosting items. And then I think there's a tree to cut down up here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. But first, we gotta get through this lady who's just got a Pikachu. So, nothing too crazy. One Leaf Blade will probably do the trick here. And then, yeah, we'll stop by Lilycove City, because as I said, it's a nice little checkpoint. Like, basically, you know, when you're going through Mount Pyre and Route 123, and you got to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal. It's a lot easier to just be able to fly back to Lily Cove as opposed to going all the way back to Fortree City. You know, that part kind of sucks, because then it's a much longer walk down. By the way, yesterday I was hitting legs, right? You know, lifting some weights, which, by the way, when I'm at home, I don't go to a gym. We got some weights here at our house. And I tried a new way of doing calf raises, right? I like went to my staircase and kind of, you know, had the I guess you would say, like, bottom half of my foot sort of hanging off the stair, just to, like, when I could get, like, more depth when going down on the calf raises. And, I mean, let me tell you, it worked. Also, no, I don't want to plant and bury. We don't care about the Pokemon environment. But, yeah, it works. I mean, my calves today are sore, let me tell you. Let me tell you. But, yeah, I think that's, like, the new way I'll do calf raises now. Because originally I was kind of just doing them, you know, just regularly on a flat surface. But anyways, here's the Lily Cove City. Again, we are ignoring everything here besides the Pokemon Center. We'll check this out another time. You know, you got like a Team Magma / Aqua hideout here that you're going to have to deal with pretty soon. So just to be prepared, it's coming. But yeah, thank you, Nurse Joy. Let's go ahead and get this new Shuppet out of the PC. And yeah, I mean, we have our full team now. So Shuppet's just a plain ghost type. Let me go ahead and deposit that Lanoon. Kind of going to stink now that we don't have, like, Rock Smash and Cut anymore. But, you know, we're so late in the game. None of those HMs are mandatory, at least. And let me just take a look at this guy, too. Might as well. It's level 29, so yeah, about 10 levels behind. But it's got Will-O-Wisp. Hex isn't too bad. I mean, the combination of Hex and Feint Attack is pretty good. I don't really like Curse. It has Frisk, so you can see if the opponent has a held item. That's not too useful for a regular Let's Play. And let's get that EXP share back on. Again, probably just for the next couple of episodes, and we'll be good. Matter of fact, well, no, golly. So the next trainer that I'm about to fight has Psychic-type mons, but they're like mid-30s, so I don't think Shuppet's a bit too weak. Yeah, Shuppet and Banette don't have great defenses. They're good offensively. And, you know, I know it's, I guess you could call it counterpart if you wanted, is Duskull. And, oh, is this a Nurse Joy that heals you up right here? Oh, okay. Didn't know that was a thing in the remake, so forget the whole thing about, like, stopping by Lily Cove City and, you know, going to Fortree City, I guess. But yeah, this is Route 122 right here. Now, Route 122 by itself is, like, nothing. It's just this little water path right here, no trainers. You do get this cool view of Mount Pyre. But, yeah, you know, it's mainly taken up by Mount Pyre, which we're checking out in the next episode. Let's go ahead and hop over here and continue to Route 123. But yeah, you know, I really like Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusknoir. I don't even know if I've used a Duskull before, and I can't get back here because I don't have Cut now. No, I forgot. Oh gosh, Sceptile's the only one. Okay, we'll come back here later. Like, at the end of the episode, I'll show y'all what's behind there, because it is kind of worth it. This girl, if you have a Grass-type Pokemon in your party, she'll give you a big root. So yeah, that's kind of a freebie if you chose, like, Trico, like I did. And there's some more berries to grab. But yeah, I got to get around to using, like, a Duskull. I kind of want to do it in, like, one of the, you know, Gen 4 or beyond, because I'd want to get a Dusknoir. I definitely wouldn't want to skip out on that. Alright, pick up the last berries. Now, Route 123, we are going to have to do 2 takes anyways, because it's one of those routes that's got a bunch of ledges, and, like, you know, once you hop down one of the ledges, you know, you're kind of screwed. You can't go back up the ledges. And as a matter of fact, you can see there's some more cut trees. I think I'm actually going to take the bottom path first, because I don't think you need Cut to get through it. So yeah, I'll definitely do a Cut, go back to Lily Cove City, get the Lanoon out of the party, and then come on back down here. Alright, Illumise right here, though. We'll go ahead and give it a Dual Chop. Yeah, not being Mega Evolved. I guess I could have Mega Evolved, because that makes Dual Chop become Stab, but oh well, it's fine, it's fine. I don't remember what level Shuppet evolves at. I'm, like, pretty confident, though, that it is by level up. So, you know, hey, maybe it'll be a little surprise in a couple episodes from now. And I just love how we missed Dual Chop, so now we're confused. And, okay, we got through it, thank goodness. That could have gone a way worse, let me tell you. And, alright, level 41 for Sceptile. Yeah, I feel like we're about to have a lot more level ups now that I have the EXP share on. Alright, Wigglytuff, though. Let's go into Rio. He's the only one not level 40 yet, if you don't count Shuppet. And, yeah, again, we'll take the bottom path. There's also a building towards the end of this route that's going to be worth checking out, especially if you decided to use a Magikarp and Gyarados on your squad. I'll go ahead and say that. Some of y'all might already know what's coming up. Unfortunately, we're out of the rainy route now, too, so Surf is not boosted anymore, but thank goodness he missed Sing. Would not want to be dealing with that. Missed me with all that, man. And there's level 40. All right, not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, so let me hop down the ledges. Again, you know, it's not like the Jagged Pass. There's no areas to use the Acro Bike. So, yeah, once you make one decision, hey, it's over. You know, that's it for the rest of your life. You'll never be able to take the other side. Nah, I'm kidding. Oh, wow, okay, it literally starts raining right here. No shot, bro. I seriously did not know it rained on this route. I thought it didn't, but okay. Ace Trader Wendy. Yo, can I get a 4 for 4? Go ahead and add a $5 biggie bag on that. Maybe a little Baconator or something. Vanilla Frosty. Alright, I'm sorry. She's got a Rhyhorn, though. This should be pretty easy to deal with. And then I think she has a Tropius as well or something like that. There are a couple double battles on this route that you can do. And we'll go into Papa C for this guy. But yeah, I'll definitely do a cut once we get to the end because y'all don't want to see me go all the way back around. I mean, luckily I have Fly. This gets way more annoying if you don't have Fly on you. Because then you really got to go back up through Route 119 towards Fortress City and all that stuff. Okay, please don't bring out Shuppet. That's like the only mon that... Alright, well... Guess Tropius didn't really care. Are you just gonna kill me right here with Air Slash? Yo, a crit too? No, see, like everything, that's just one of those times where like everything was working against me. First he brought out the one mon that like can't fight for itself right now. And then a crit. Okay, I mean, I don't even know if he needed the crit, but that's just like when it was, and that didn't kill either. You lived with like 1 hit point. Oh, I'm about to lose it. About to lose it. Another crit. No, I'm actually about to lose it. There's no shot. There's no shot this is happening. I mean, it's not like I'm going to lose the battle, but dude, like when stupid stuff like that just happens in Pokemon, and like again, even if it doesn't matter, like it's just still so irritating, right? It's still so irritating. All right, let's heal up because I don't want Shuppet missing out on experience. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of HP either. That's the other thing. So, I mean, yeah, that was a great example of why I gotta have the EXP share on right now. Okay, moving on along. Oh, great, we got another Delinquent. I think we saw one of these in the last episode. We'll keep Pelipper to the front. And, hey, what are you doing? You want me to, like, call the cops or something? Except the police, like, aren't a thing in the Pokemon games. You know, the 10-year-old kids have to deal with all the criminals. Unless they're playing Johto. I know Johto's got some policemen. So does Sinnoh. Granted, they don't do anything about the evil teams. They just, you know, are on random routes. Heck, they don't even fight you unless it's nighttime, so they don't really do a whole lot. But there we go. Down goes Mightyena. Just fought a Mightyena a few minutes ago when I was recording a episode of the Pokemon Glazed Elite Four. So that's something. Honestly, I feel like both Mightyenas were equally as bad, even though that one was like 20 levels lower than the one I was fighting. Alright, there's some grass right here, but you can't really go, you know, keep going through it. So we'll stick to the bottom path. Got an Ace Trainer coming up. And I think we're good to keep Pelipper up front. He's cooking, man. He's cooking. Ace Trainer's trying to run away from me, too. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Clyde. No way he's trying to copy the dude from the Unova region. Y'all know Clyde's the name of the guy that sits at the front of the gyms, and he always, like, comes in clutch with the fresh waters. But nah, this dude's trying to take his title. That's unbelievable, man. Clyde's the GOAT, alright? There's only one Clyde around here. I mean, sorry if your name's Clyde too, I guess. Then again, you watch these videos, so you're also a GOAT. Okay, we're already trying to get Shadow Ball. Funnily enough, I'm good with keeping Hex, because I just want to get rid of Curse. I don't like the Ghost-type form of Curse. You know, that's the one that halves your health to put the Curse on the opponent. But yeah, Shadow Ball's pretty awesome. We'll probably have that on Shuppet and Banette for, like, the rest of the game. So, pretty nice that, you know, at one level after catching a Shuppet, it already gets that move. Alright, here's Skarmory, though. Like myself a good Skarmory, but too bad. It just ain't doing enough to withstand my Surf from Rio. But yeah, as I said before, don't know when Shuppet's going to evolve, so it should be a nice little surprise for when it happens. Also, I think I was talking about this in one of the recent episodes, how I don't really have an answer for Psychic-type Pokemon, but now I do with my final team member. So, that's pretty cool. And, yeah, Rio, you've done enough. Why not give, like, Papa C a chance or something? Alright, keep on going to the west. We're getting pretty close to the end of our first run-through here, I believe. Matter of fact, we may be at the end right now. I can't remember. Yep, here we are. We fought these trainers last time, so it's time to loop on around. And we are back at the beginning for attempt number 2 at this route. I now have Lanoon on the team. I deposited Magcargo just because it's raining here. And there's also some fishermen coming up, so just wouldn't really be, you know, a big use. But yeah, first guy you're going to see is the Psychic, who's very eerily hanging out in the corner down here. Not sure what he's got going on, but he's got some Psychic-type mons. So, don't know why I put you to the front, but whatever, Swalot. Honestly, I feel like you can kill Kadabra. Psycho Cut's gonna do a bit, but, well, actually, it's physical, so not really. Yeah, that's like the worst Psychic-type move you can have on a Kadabra or Alakazam. Oh, recover, though. Alright, see, now you're just being rude, and you're, like, delaying the inevitable, and you're just wasting people's time. That's what I say about, you know, every time a trainer tries to go for Protect, Recover, Detect, any of those types of moves. I mean, it's just rude, guys, right? Just rude. But, yeah, I didn't want to deposit my Shuppet, because, again, I'm trying to get that thing some experience. So I just figured we didn't need Magcargo. He was in the spotlight recently with the Fortree City Gym, so he'll be just fine. And honestly, I don't think Magcargo will be a huge help in the 7th or 8th gym either. 8th gym is a water-type gym, by the way, so yeah, definitely not in there. So that was good that, you know, he had his time to shine. But it's not like I'm leaving him in the PC for the rest of the game. Obviously, bro's still going to be on the team putting in work. Alright, Geico's insurance rates go up a little bit more, and now Lanoon's back to leveling up. Oh boy. Here we go again, man. I think we'll actually go ahead and put Sceptile to the front as well. Now, I think there's an item to grab down this way. Is it a rare candy? No, a revival herb, okay. So, yeah, if you don't have Cut, this is all you're really missing out on. Don't be too afraid if you do not have it. I guess you will miss out on a bit more on this route, too, because, yeah, again, up here, this is how you access the upper part of the route. Hidden item? Nah, come on. That was, that looked like a good spot right there. You know, you can't blame me, man. You can't blame me. Another tree to cut down. I think we got some berries and probably a trainer up here, too. Here comes the rain again. I guess this is a good place for berries to grow, then. Even though I'm not replanting them because, as I said before, we don't care about the Pokemon environment. You know? Has anyone, like, unironically, like, planted berries and stuff in a Pokemon game? Because I just never have. Well, no, okay, I take that back. A lot of people definitely have, because, like, for competitive, you know, you want to have a bunch of different berries, right? And I'm sure there's other uses as well. Alright, he had a Crawdaunt, which is pretty cool, and then below this guy, it was an Elixir. But I went ahead and picked it up, because as you can see, you gotta hop down this ledge, which is gonna take you back to the other side of the route, meaning you gotta go all the way back around. So I just did all that off camera, saved y'all some time. Wasn't gonna make you sit through that. And yeah, let's continue on along. I thought of another reason to regrow berries. Obviously, like, Pokeblocks are a thing and that sort of stuff in the Hoenn games. So, you know what? I bet you there have been a lot of people growing berries. Speaking of, like, saving the Pokemon environment and stuff, I remember seeing, I think it was like a Reddit post, you know, years ago. And some guy, it was a cool story, because some guy said when he was a kid, he, like, saw in Lapras's Pokédex entry that, like, Laprases were close to going extinct. So literally what he did was, like, he would go catch Laprases in the wild and then, like, release them. Which obviously, you know, like, isn't gonna actually do anything in the game, but it was just, like, a really funny thing to do. Especially, you know, being a kid and stuff. I mean, you don't know any better. So, there are some people who do try to save the environment, and you know what? Respect to that. Alright, here's a Blossom. Kinda wish I still had Magcargo, but Swalot will do now. And then, yeah, after this, we just have 3 fishermen. They're kind of just all hanging out at the end of this route. And, again, there's that one other building that we got to check out as well. But, yeah, as you saw, there's a couple more ace trainers on this route. You know, about that time in the game where you're going to be seeing a lot of them, that's for sure. And, okay, please just don't get, like, fully paralyzed, you know. Again, it's just something kind of unnecessary, right? kind of unnecessary, isn't it, Swalot? Yeah, he didn't. See, he knows better. He knows better. But yeah, after I get done recording this episode, probably gonna work on. I want to get another stream clip, you know, ready to go. By the way, who's trying to get Psyshock? It's Hopper. Okay, Psyshock is interesting. 80 base power, but it uses the opponent's physical defense as opposed to their special defense. Honestly, I'm gonna get rid of Zen Headbutt just so I have both Psyshock and Psybeam. Zen Headbutt sucks because Grumpig's physical attack is like non-existent. But yeah, we also have Power Gem in the back, so we still have good diversity there. But yeah, I want to get another stream clip edited after I get done recording here, and then I may have to write an article tonight for my little internship that I kind of got with my college. I don't really know if I've talked about it on this channel a whole lot, but yeah, I kind of got a little like student internship type of thing. You know, it's all right. But yeah, kind of working on both careers at once, you know, my college stuff and my YouTube stuff. Anyways, talk to this fisherman in the house and make sure you answer Magikarp because he'll give you an Eviolite. So that is pretty cool. And then if you talk to the Poochyena right here, you can start petting it a bit and it'll give you the Gyarados. So yeah, two really great items that you can pick up in here. And again, they can easily be missed. Yeah, this is called like 1, 2, 3 Go Fish. Man, Go Fish was such a great card game. I remember playing that as a kid. And yeah, there's a ton of fishermen hanging out outside that are ready to battle. Fisherman Timon. Can't lie, that is not a name I've ever seen before. But yeah, definitely, you know, if you don't want the Eviolite, which to be fair, you may have mostly fully evolved Pokemon at this stage in the game. I mean, right now, Shuppet's the only one that could use the Eviolite, and, I mean, its defenses, I don't know how much it'd really help it. But yeah, remember, Eviolite's that item that boosts the defense and special defense of a Pokemon that is not fully evolved. But at least make sure you get the Gyarados, because that could be good, especially if you do have a Gyarados. And yeah, I wonder, I don't know, this pond looks pretty small. Like, what are these guys catching over here? I feel like there can't be a whole lot of fish. This guy, maybe he caught this Whiscash, though, to be fair. Luckily, this thing is water ground, so yeah, it's only weak to grass, but it's also quad weak to grass, which is exactly what I have out on the field. And I think, this episode Shuppet got up 3 levels, so, you know, if that rate keeps up, then it'll only be about 2 or 3 more episodes with the EXP share being on, so that would be kind of nice. Don't want to keep it on for too long, that's for show. I definitely want a Banette before the next gym, though. That'll be big. But let's fight this guy, and then there's one last item to pick up. This episode honestly ended up being a bit longer than I thought. I think Route 123 is a bit, you know, it's got a bit more going on, and then, golly. Nah, the stuttering is bad. But yeah, it's got a bit more going on than in the original games. But yeah, next episode, maybe another long one too, because we're trying to cover all of Mount Pyre. That includes the inside, as well as the summit, which is where the evil team is going to be hanging out. There's another Crawdaunt, another Pokemon that I've always wanted to use. Because, I don't know, Water Dark is cool. I think Crawdaunt's pretty dope. Same with Corphish. And here's a Gyarados with Intimidate. Kind of sucks, but we're also 9 levels above. So, okay, well, still kind of took it decently well. And now Dragon Rage. Yeah, at this point in the game, you don't really got to worry about, like, Sonic Boom or Dragon Rage or those types of moves. Because you probably have plenty of HP. Unless you're my Shuppet, who's still rocking out with, like, I think 65 HP it had or something like that. That is rough, man. Alright, let's go see what this last item is down here, and then we will be sure to call it a day. Okay, Gastro Acid, I'm pretty sure that, like, suppresses the opponent's ability. That's a move I'm never going to use. It sounds like a cool move, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, Wide Lens right there. And now we are at the bottom once again. So, next time, we're heading into Mount Pyre. For now, though, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and until then, deuces.